Not much policy, but a whole lot of chaos on Capitol Hill yesterday. Attorney General Pam Bondi sparring with some very, very angry Democrats during the House Judiciary hearing. It went like this.
Excuse me, I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
You're-
I'm
no.
I'm
If they're
talking.
not privileged,
Quiet.
don't.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaim
Not
it?
on our time. No way.
Reclaim
And I
it?
told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
lawyer.
Shame on you. If you had
Time
any
of the
decency,
gentleman.
you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years.
One of the worst attorney generals in history.
Crockett. All right, things might have been loud, but that didn't stop Congressman Jerry Nadler from getting a little shut-eye. Yep, video catching one of his aides nudging him to wake up. He had things to do. Wake up, Brian.
I'm up. Everything is devolving. The day before you had Todd Lyons and Rodney Scott. They just were being screamed at the entire time. I just like to ask everybody in the room, what is your job? I mean, is your job to solicit answers? Is your job to make progress? Are you looking to learn something? Or are you just looking to raise money? Because, okay, we're playing the clips because it's so out of control and embarrassing. And the thing is, for the most part, you had Todd Lyons and Rodney Scott kind of sit back and take a lot of incoming that was totally unworthy because a lot of that wasn't their policies at all. They were being yelled at for ICE and they were mischaracterizing what ICE was doing for another time. But here in Pam Bondi, they're talking about the Epstein files. Let's be honest. The Epstein files have totally blown up in the Democrats' face. Two insincere lawmakers, Ro Khanna and Tom Massey, who sat on it for 4 years, had no interest when Joe Biden was president or Donald Trump was president the first time. Now, all of a sudden, have to do it for the survivors. No one's talking about the survivors now. They're trying to see if they can get Donald Trump. And the only thing that came out of the last million pages was people trying to plot and plan against Donald Trump with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump talking to the sheriff, thanking them for going after Epstein, putting him away, charging him, and said horrible things about Maxwell. So that's why people are up in arms, because every day someone like Peter Attia or the founder of LinkedIn or somebody else is caught over there saying something that they said didn't happen. It turns up it's in the Epstein file. So the whole thing is blown up in the Democrat face. And they want Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's not going anywhere. You can yell at her all you want.
I think the yelling, to me, Kennedy, I always find it so unpersuasive for everybody.
Yeah, so Scott Bessent went before Congress and was very calm, was very measured, and he has become the king of laconic sick burns. Like, he can absolutely destroy you, and it won't raise his heart rate or his blood pressure. And that is a lesson that Pam Bondi needs to internalize, because it's different. She comes off like a shrieking Karen. It's like, I want this country to do well. I want to be convinced that the president, I don't care what administration it is, that we're on the right track. And the people who are in charge of every aspect of the federal government, they have their position locked up and they're doing the very best they can with an incredibly talented team. When she's this emotional, it looks like she's lost a little bit of the edge and she seems very, very unpersuasive. It feels like the job is consuming her. She needs to tone it down a little bit. And, she apparently had a burn book of insults that she was doling out to everyone. And when she said to Jamie Raskin, who is a total hack, when she said, like, you're not even a lawyer, he should have said, you're not even a real blonde. That would have been funny. But he doesn't have the wherewithal. He shouldn't be in Congress.
That's why he's never in Gutfeld.
Scott Bessent might have been able to deliver that line.
Amen.
The other thing is, Jesse, that we noticed once again at these hearings, that when you take the shot of the members of Congress that could have been there, a lot of the seats are vacant. The ones who are there are the ones who are trying to raise a little bit of money for their bases. So Eric Swalwell was there, Jasmine Crockett was there, and they're in primaries.
Sure. The situation is like this, Dana Perino. Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, then called the cops on him, then arrested him, arrested Maxwell, and they're like, release the files. He's like, you sure you want me to? You really sure you want me to? Fine, have at it. And they're still yelling at his people. Right. It's politics. She's got to go up there. She takes her lumps. They scream. I used to think we should treat men and women differently. I don't believe we should anymore. You cannot yell at a woman the same way you yell at a man. It makes you look worse. Everybody agrees with me.
I have to change my whole strategy with Jessica.
No, please keep doing that. We love that. You get an exception. But if you read the Epstein files, and the Journal's done a great job of this, Epstein got his money from two Jewish billionaires, Lex Wessner and Leon Black, and a little bit of money from the Jewish banking dynasty, the Rothschilds in Europe. And it looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems are, you need a girl, and
Or some penicillin.
or some. If you need it, he's got it.
He's a sex rabbi.
He should perform at the halftime show next year.
Yes.
Well, that won't be happening.
Yep.
because Something happened at a jail not too far from
Hanging
here.
from a noose.
Greg, what do you think?
Well, okay, since when did these drama queens ever care actually about the Epstein case? When Biden was in charge, there's no moral imperative behind this righteousness. It's only political, obviously, theater. I want to paraphrase the great Walter Kern, who said, thinking that politicians control the narrative is like believing actors wrote the movie. So this is just some kind of script. This is scripted. There's a director. Everybody's playing their thing. I don't really get that beat up about this for a couple of reasons. One, I see these hearings as the same old crud. Maybe after the Kavanaugh hearing, that kind of like fixed it for me. It was just a turning point. So I don't really have any investment in this. I imagine that for people who don't follow politics, this is like watching a hockey fight. It's just like something that's like, ooh, what's going on over there? Also, and I hate to say it, a lot of these people are auditioning for my seat.
Oh.
And your seat, too. Not yours, Dana. You're much too nice. But it's like, you know, a lot of these people, like, they know that they're being filmed, and they're like, filmed. What year is this?
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had big cameras.
And kinescopes.
Yeah, kinescopes. But it's like, you know, so I think, you know, a lot of that kind of gets them, like, how did I do? How did I, like, everybody's like,
They know immediately because they get small dollar donations, and that's what this is.
yeah, but I do, like, I also understand that these witnesses are finally responding with the respect these imposters deserve. It's like, I keep thinking, like, what would I do if I was there? I could not take any of those bozos seriously. And all they're doing is ideological target practice. So I'm sitting there and I'm supposed to go, yes, sir, no, sir. No, I'm just gonna go, you're not real. I'm looking at Raskin, you're not real. You're a bot. You're no better than a bot. You're programmed by somebody else. I don't have to respect you. That's kind of what Besson's doing.
Yeah.
He's like sitting there going,
Right.
Besson's face tells you that I'm so much better than you people are. It's not funny.
He's better. He's richer.
Yeah.
But if you don't interrupt,
gets all the
don't
chicks.
answer.
I mean, he can make the claim about the Dow at 50K.
Yes.
Right.
The other thing, though, especially at the ICE hearing from the other day, it's that all of those guys, like Todd Lyons, they work 18 hours a
I
day
know.
minimum. And they're looking at these guys who are just basically trying to yell at them so that they can get out of town and go raise more money.
But they leave no time to answer. So if you
Right.
don't interrupt and say something,
so
you don't.
annoying.
It looks like you agree.
To be honest, I feel like it's a broken system, like the primary debates with 10 people. I think it's a broken system and it needs to be changed.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.